to Crown Confessions.
Today's topic is
Friendship standards.
yeah. So, basically, what we mean by that is you shouldn't just let anybody into your life and be your friend. There's a difference in being your friend and being just somebody that you know and that you're nice to. You shouldn't be calling everybody your friend. That's a privilege that not everybody needs to have.
Yeah.
Just because you talk to them one time doesn't mean that they're your friend.
Yeah. There are also like different levels of friendship. You know,
Yeah.
no one should be immediately like
Bestie.
yeah.
We're like this.
Stop. That's just
We're like this.
Stop. Anytime anyone does that now, I just think of that guy. Anyways.
Some personal things, you know. But anyways,
yeah, they need to like prove that they're like that level of like best friend material, or if they're like just like a kind of friend or like acquaintance, you know.
yeah, normalize calling people an acquaintance or a coworker or just somebody or like a classmate up here.
Or is someone that you know. Like you don't even need to put a title on it. It's just like
you could just be like,
I
yeah,
know this person.
I know that person.
Yeah.
Or are they your friend? No, we're not. I wouldn't say we're
We
friends.
just know each other.
You know, we just know each other.
Yeah.
Because, like, think about, so friendships are a type of relationship, right? So just like any romantic relationship, you need to, like, put friendship on the same level as a romantic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean, like, treat your romantic partner the same way you would treat a friend. I mean, like, when you're looking for a partner, you have all of these expectations and all these standards. Like, oh, I'm not just going to go date anybody. The same way you should be thinking about friendships. I'm not just going to let anybody be my friend.
Also, like, just like you have boundaries in, like, a relationship, you also need to have boundaries in a friendship. So if they're not, like, if they're crossing any boundaries or they're not meeting, like, certain, like, expectation that you would have from a person, then you don't need to be friends with them. They could just be like a distant person in your life. Not everyone needs to like be like constantly in your life, and like you don't need to hang out with someone
that's like not on your level
I glitch
of mindset, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you meet people that just have a different way of thinking than you. When your mindset is at a certain level, you can tell when somebody else that you're talking to is not at that level.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't want them in your life because you know that if you get super close to them, they're either going to drag you down to their level or they can rise up to your level too, but they can also drag you down to their level of mindset, you know? And in your friendships, you want to be able to grow, and you want somebody that inspires you, you know? Like, I don't know if you've heard of this, but I heard this quote. I don't know exactly what it is, but, like, if you want to be rich, be friends with people that are rich, because they're going to teach you,
like,
that
surround
mindset.
yourself with people that you, like,
want to be like.
Yeah, like, the value the same things.
Yeah, who have the same aspirations in
or
life.
someone that, like, if you want to, like, become something, then you need to hang out with people that
already are that.
Yeah.
You know, because they're going to teach you things that people who don't have the same aspirations as you, don't have the same values as you, don't have the same mindset as you, will never be able to teach you and inspire you. Friendships,
need to be selective
of your friends. You can't, not everybody needs to be your friend, just like not everybody needs to be your romantic partner. Yeah, just because also, like, that also, like, kind of bleeds into romance and, like, romantic relationships, because just because you like somebody doesn't mean you have to be with them.
Yeah.
Just because two people like each other doesn't mean that they should be together. Yeah. It's like letting anybody into your life just because they think you're cute. No. I mean, yeah, like, try, like, obviously you're not gonna find, like, anybody if you're like, oh, we don't need to be.
We just need, like, you need to, like, actually know more about the person and, like, see what they value and what, like, they want out of their life versus what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And if those things match up, then obviously go for it, do your thing. But like, if you guys have completely different lifestyles, completely different morals, like you want completely different things out of your life, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Even if you like, first of all, don't change yourself to like meet that person's expectations or meet that person's lifestyle, because it's not gonna work. You're gonna either end up hating yourself or you're gonna end up hating them.
You're gonna resent them because you had to change yourself. At the same time, if your partner is saying that like, hey, this is really like hurting my feelings or this thing is bothering me, then yeah, you probably need to change that. But if it's just like,
if it's like
change this
like,
about yourself because
like,
I don't like it.
Like, I don't like your outfit.
Like it. Yeah, change it. Like, we're talking about that stuff.
Yeah.
We're not saying, like, oh, like, you said something that was hurtful, and your partner's like, can you not say that again? And you're like, I'm not gonna change myself for you.
Yeah.
That's not.
Or, like, maybe, like, a certain habit. Like, you're not, like, being very clean, and you guys live together, then,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But anyways, back to friendships.
A
little tangent.
Yeah,
but
it's
okay.
like, related.
It is related. But yeah, we're saying not everybody needs to be your friend.
Yeah. And also,
you can be nice to somebody without them being your friend.
Yeah.
There's a difference being. There's a difference between being friendly and being friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to know that line. It's okay if you're like, you know, you talk to your coworker a lot, but you're not like on that friendship level of like you can just share anything. That's a coworker, you work with them. It's a professional relationship. You don't need to turn it into a friendship unless you really want to. But just be selective and know who you're letting into your life. Mm-hmm. Because they can actually like influence a lot of things in your life and your mind.
Yeah. What I was saying is that like with like school and stuff, like there's like, you know, the whole popularity thing, like, oh, like the more friends you have, the more popular are, like, you know, stuff like that. But like honestly, from experience, I know like it's better to just have like one or two or like that small group of friends that you know like that you're gonna be able to be like friends with outside of school and stuff than having like thousands of people like you. Well, not thousands, but like you get the point. You know, like having that like big friend group where people don't actually like each other and you just kind of hang out.
Yeah, and they just talk shit.
Yeah. Like, would you rather be friends with people that don't actually like each other or be friends with people that
actually like each other and try to build each other up? Are your friends trying to constantly drag you down? Because you need to cut that off. Yeah. Cut that off. And who cares if they're like, oh no, that's not fair, that's not fair. It's not fair to you that they're trying to drag you down. Yeah. That's it. At the end of the day, you're out for yourself. It's
like the zombie apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
You know what? You say the word. I don't want to say it.
Zombie apocalypse. I got it. Zombie apocalypse.
Oh wait, I actually can't say words. A cup.
I almost said apocalypse too. I was like, see, she influenced me. That's how easy it is for people to get influenced. Apocalypse.
You so much confidence.
It is apocalypse now, okay?
Zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Okay.
We changed the word.
Yeah. We know better. Anyways, yeah. Also with like friendships and stuff, if you have like a lot of friends and there's nothing wrong with having a lot of friends, but like you're not gonna be able to build that like deeper connection with every single person.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not gonna be like a real true like friendship. Like you're gonna be friends, but it's not gonna be like.
It's not gonna be like meaningful at all.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
It's just gonna be like, oh, that's my friend, but I don't really know anything about them.
Or I can't like go and talk to them. Like your friend should be someone that you can go to talk to about anything. And you should be comfortable with them. with like any type of situation. If you're not comfortable with someone, then they're not at that level of like they can be my friend, you know?
Yeah. But also, like, we're not saying, like, if you can't go and talk to one friend about a certain thing, but you can go talk to another friend, that
there are
then
like
just
different
cut that
levels,
friend.
you know?
Yeah. Like, there's, I don't know, like, I think you've heard of this, but, like, how people have friends for different...
Yeah.
For different things. Like, they have school friends, they have, like,
Work
all-around
friends,
friends,
or,
work
like...
friends. Like, I used to have, like sports friends and, like, school
Yeah.
friends and home friends and, like, everything. And that's fine. But, like, there's certain things that you shouldn't share with sports friends or, like, work friends that you can share with, like, a best friend.
Yeah.
You know? So, like,
we're
just
talking
know
about being selective
boundaries.
about, like, your closest friends, not just, like, any friend. Like, you can be friends with whoever you want, but, like, be selective
sure-
about, like, who you're, like...
Sharing what, too. And who, like, not everybody needs to be labeled a friend. Not everybody needs to be labeled something. Just because you talk to them doesn't mean that they're your friend.
Exactly.
Because have they done anything to prove that they're a friend to you? A friend is somebody who's loyal and has your back. Have they done anything to prove that they're loyal to you and that they have your back? If they haven't, then they're not your friend yet. They could be, right? But they're not yet.
Yeah.
So you don't have to say, like, oh, that's my friend. No. Oh, that's a person that I have a class with.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also,
like,
with, like, school friends and, like, work friends... Wait, what was I saying?
School friends and work friends.
There was something that cooked, and then it
uncooked.
Yeah.
Put it back in the freezer.
Hold on, let me reflect on it. Loading side again.
But yeah, so while she loads, let me just say, a friend to all is a friend to none. Okay? If they're like, oh, that's my friend, 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 that's my friend. Girl, what? How can you be friends with that person and that person when they're beefing with each other?
Ugh, I hate that.
No. Unless you were friends before the beef began, that's a different story. But, like, if you're like, I'm friends with that person and I'm friends with that person, even though you're beefing, like, I just became friends with her. I know that you have, like, beef or whatever, but, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a friend to all is a friend to none.
Yeah.
It's literally, like, they're not your friend, they're not their friend. They're out for themselves. And that's how you should be, too. You should be out for yourself. Okay? Don't let them be your friend. Don't share anything. Don't share anything. Oh, my God. I have a confession.
Confession
Just came to my brain, bro. I didn't even have any. Anyways, so when I was in high school, like early
You
early
say
years,
that like it was like...
I know, I say that like it was like 20 years ago. It was like 2 years
When I
ago.
was in high school.
It was literally last year.
When I was a kid.
When I was a kid. Anyways, but like when I think I was like a sophomore or a freshman. One of those. But I made this group of friends. Oh my god, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. Who cares? They backstabbed me, bro.
Okay.
They backstabbed me. Anyways. Because at that time, I was, like, super emotional, and I didn't know any better in that situation. Because when I freak out, like, I need support. Like, I need to tell anybody that's around me who can potentially be, like, a rock for me. Like, I can hold on to them, and you know? If I'm, like, kind of having a mental breakdown, I need somebody, like, by my side. That can just comfort me. But anyways, so I trusted these people, right? And with a certain situation, I won't go into details about it, but she just zoned out. Completely zoned out.
My eyes hurt. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so I trusted these people with something, and obviously, like, I didn't want it to get out to people that didn't need to know about it, right? Like, the people that I told, like, I thought that I could trust, you know, but, like, obviously I couldn't because it did get out to other people. And it got out to one particular person who was at an authoritative level. Like, it was not a student. So I got out to that person, and I was like, okay, that person absolutely did not need to know, and that person held that against me for like a whole year that person held that against me, saying all types of things, and they thought that it was just a joke, and everybody laughed, and I was like, no, it's not funny, because I actually went through that, and I was actually like affected by that, and you want to use that as something to joke about or to hold against me. Like, what? And there were like, it wasn't just one time that this specific person said something to that other person that had more, like, that was an adult. That person was an adult, and they didn't need to know anything about my personal life because we weren't on that level. I never understand those students who are like, who share everything about their personal life with teachers. I don't get it. And like, I'm not that type of person. Everybody knows that I'm not that type of person. So why would you go and tell that, like, a teacher or an adult about my personal life? And why is that person asking you about my personal life instead of coming to me and asking me about it if you want to know so badly? And why do you want to know so badly in the first place?
Yeah. Also, it's just weird that someone like a teacher would be that interested in a student's life, especially if it's something that student did not directly tell you.
Yeah, I'm like if you don't know, it's because I don't want you to know.
Yeah.
So don't go asking around. And if you're my true friend and somebody asks you some type of information about me, you should be like, you should say, go and ask her. I don't know. Go and ask her. That's what you should be saying. You shouldn't just be spilling all of my personal stuff that I trusted you with to anybody who asked just because they asked.
Also, if you like, there are some types of people that like tell teachers stuff, but if you're like telling other people's secrets and other people's information, that's like a different thing than you telling a teacher about your life and like your things, you know? Like, if you want to share something with a teacher, go ahead. That's like your thing.
That's your life.
But like, don't go telling a teacher about like your friend's secrets. That's like, first of all, that's just straight up disrespectful, and you're betraying your friend. So
yeah, I'm like, and that's when I realized you were like, that person was never really my friend, and now I don't talk to them.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. It's like, I was like, no. I'll be cordial to you, like, towards you, but any respect that I had for you, gone after I found out that you were the one that said all this stuff to other people about me. So it's just disappointing. So be careful of who you share your information with.
Yeah.
Because honestly, deep down, I knew that like this person liked to gossip and liked to tell people about stuff. You know, like they like to gossip. That whole group liked to gossip, and I knew that, and I still, you know, like lapse in judgment. But I told them stuff that I thought I could trust them with, and I couldn't, and that's okay. But I learned, I learned from that I shouldn't just spill everything out to people because people are not nice sometimes. Yeah. But sometimes they are nice, so you never know.
Just be careful.
Yeah, just be
who
careful.
You're like sharing stuff with.
Especially if you know of a person that's like known to
or you
be
have like a
certain
gut
type of
feeling
way.
about like a person.
Yeah. But that was our advice. We know it was short, but
we already covered like friendship.
We did
and
cover
stuff.
this in the last video about friendships a little bit, how misery loves company and stuff like that. But we wanted to go more in detail about making sure that you know who to trust and like not overshare until you need to. Whether it be a friend or a romantic partner, be selective of who you bring into your life because
it will impact you, good or bad.
Anyways, so subscribe to our YouTube channel,
like our Instagram, or
like,
follow, share, subscribe. I don't know.
Follow us on Spotify and turn on your notifications for YouTube and Spotify, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram because we post on there every day, and we post our videos and our podcast on Saturdays. So, yay! Bye!
Peace and love, guys.